Hello and welcome back to episode 16 of our Ocarina of Time walkthrough. In this episode, we will visit a happy mask salesman, play with some Bombchus, and visit another odd-looking fairy. Upon entering Castletown, we'll head straight to the Happy Mask shop. Alright, it's time to tell the Happy Mask salesman that we sold the keyed mask and see if he has anything else that we can borrow. The Skull Mask relates to the Skull Children in the Lost Woods, and we'll be there in a little while. I've been doing this mask side quest in pieces just to not spend a lot of time on it running around unnecessarily. So now it's time to head over to the Bombchu shop. When you're starting this minigame, make sure you have at least 150 rubies available. It costs 30 rubies to play, and there's a hexagon that will appear, and you have 10 Bombchus, and you need to blow up the center of the hexagon every time. It comes in 3 phases, so the first phase will be just one obstacle, and then the second phase will add a small invincible cuckoo, and then the third phase will add a huge invincible cuckoo. And so every time you blow up the hexagon, the wall falls down, and then the next wall comes up with the additional obstacle in the way. Each time you win, the prize will change. First one, it will randomly cycle between a bomb bag upgrade, a piece of heart, 50 rubies, a Bombchu, and bombs. So the 2 big ones that we're after, of course, is the bomb bag upgrade and the piece of heart. The first one's fairly easy, kind of just stand in the center, lift the Bombchu, and then release it so that it doesn't hit the middle piece going back and forth, and aim for the center of the hexagon. If you hold the Bombchu for too long, it can explode in your hands, and it will have enough time left to make it to the center of the hexagon. So kind of want to aim before picking up the Bombchu. Don't try and hold it for any length of time. So the first 2, assuming that the hexagon is in the middle, is pretty easy. You can just kind of stand in the middle and shoot. This third one is a bit more difficult, with that huge cuckoo in the middle. So he does tend to move to the side, so the best trick on this, honestly, is to kind of wait till he's right in the middle, because he'll move him off to one side. So if you aim the Bombchu right when he's in the center, by the time it gets there, he will have moved to either the left or the right. And of course, you have to watch for the other 2 obstacles as well, so making this all about time in order to win. It can be a bit frustrating. So the first thing that we win will be Bombchus. And then the prizes will continue to cycle through, and we'll have to keep playing until we get our piece of heart and our bomb bag upgrade. Hence why I said to have 150 rubies prior to coming. If you're having issues getting past the cuckoo in the middle, another option is to move to one side. This makes the aiming, of course, very important. You'll have to kind of turn slightly towards the center to shoot your Bombchu. If it's off just a little bit, it won't make it to the center of the hexagon. But then it does make it much easier to get past the big cuckoo in the middle. If you miss a prize, if you use all 10 cuckoos up and don't make it, don't win, and unfortunately if it's something that you want, like the piece of heart, you'll have to keep playing over and over again until it cycles back through. Randomly, the hexagon will sometimes appear to the left or the right side instead of in the center, in which case I find it easiest to just stand on that side, avoid the chicken and the metal piece, and just shoot it straight ahead. The other option is you can kind of stand on the opposite end and sort of like you do for this third one, shoot across. So just whatever you find easiest. And here's our bomb bag upgrade. So we'll just keep playing until we get everything that we want. And here's a few mistakes that I made. I never had to repeat anything. I always was able to get it with my 10 Bombchus, but definitely wasn't flawless. This game can be a bit frustrating. I'm like, move, Cuckoo, get out of the way! Get out of my way! Let my Bombchu through! Let my Bombchu through! And finally, we have our heart piece and our bomb bag upgrade, and we're ready to finally leave. So now we have the largest bomb bag upgrade because we got the first one from the Rolling Goron, and now we have the second bomb bag upgrade, so now we can hold 40 bombs. It doesn't really matter which bomb bag upgrade you get first. You could have gone in this one first, and then we could hold 30, and then go to Goron City and gotten the other one, and we would have been at level 40. Anyway, time to head up towards the castle again to go meet the fairy that was mentioned from the Fairy of Power before. So just like we did when we went to the castle, we'll have to get past the guards by climbing up the vine and running through. Only this time, the dead end, we're going to head down towards that, and since we have bombs now, we can get rid of the big boulder that was blocking the entrance to the fairy fountain. Of course, as you run in, run to the symbol of the Triforce. In the middle, pull out the Ocarina and again play Zelda's Lullaby to make the fairy appear. Told us that Din's Fire can be used not only as an attack, but also to burn things, which is mostly what it's used for. It pulls quite a bit more magic than a spin attack, and it will deplete your magic meter rather quickly if we keep using it. So go and run outside, and I'll give you an example of how Din's Fire works. Alright, going to equip Din's Fire to one of the C buttons above, and of course fire burns wood. So as Din's Fire is cast, it puts 360 degree fire out in all directions. So anything that is around you within the radius of it will be burned. Well, thank you for joining me. That essentially will be the end of this episode. In episode 17, we will go meet an aquatic race known as the Zorons. And along the way, we're going to stop and pick up a few rubies, just because we will need them to buy magic beans. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you for episode 17.